It's Corona time. Hey, it's Corona time right now.
Hey everybody, Coronacast. Well, it's week 6, and here are a few things that have struck me about the way we're handling this pandemic. Remember hand washing? It was all the rage 3 weeks ago. We were all learning to wash our dirty little paws, and wash your ass quickly became wash your hands. And there were videos everywhere because clearly people are just nasty. Now we've moved on to masks, and practically no one is wearing them properly. My favorite is the person who leaves their nose out of the mask. Come on, man. That's like cutting off the tip of a condom so you can get more feeling. What do you mean you're pregnant? I used a condom. I wonder what's next. Well, apparently the virus doesn't fare well in sunlight, and the president says the government is looking into ways of getting light into your body. So I can only imagine people walking around blowing flashlights as a cure. Children are precious gifts that bring joy that is sometimes so immeasurable it hurts. Who knew the quarantine made them so hungry? My food bill has doubled and my utilities have gone through the roof, all at a time when I can least afford it. But hey, it's worth it cause the no pants gag just never gets old, does it? Every single comedy show has done some form of this joke, and I guess it still works, even though it's one of the oldest comedy bits ever, being written shortly after the invention of pants and a desk. Excuse me. Seriously, don't you have more respect for me than that? Or for yourself? I thought all the memes about gaining weight were cute at first. You thought the freshman 15 was bad? Well, wait until you see the Corona 150. Well, it's not funny. I have gained more weight than at any other time in my entire life, and more quickly. Before the quarantine, I looked like this. Yeah, you like that, don't you? And now I gained so much weight that whenever I take off my shirt, a black bar appears across my face. People really don't believe in science. At a time when words like epidemiology, virology, peer-reviewed study, and most emphatically, the Dunning-Kruger effect are so important, it appears as though people just don't believe shit stinks. Follow me here. An epidemiologist is a person who studies or is an expert in the branch of medicine which deals with the incidence, distribution, or possible control of diseases. Emphasis on the word expert. A virologist is a microbiologist who studies microorganisms that quickly duplicate, resulting in the rapid spreading of viruses. Their primary work is to figure out how diseases like H1N1, SARS, and COVID-19 spread in order to prevent the rapid proliferation of the virus and to develop a vaccine. This is all they do. But for some reason, we have politicians, businessmen, news pundits, and rabble-rousers influencing and even deciding public policy? Seriously? What the natural fuck is going on? Which brings us to the Dunning-Kruger effect. In the field of psychology, the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias in which people with low ability overestimate their actual ability. It's related to the cognitive bias of illusory superiority and comes from the inability of people to recognize their lack of ability. In other words, or should I say, in the words of my father, you don't know shit. And this includes all of the other doctors, from podiatrists to pediatric neurosurgeons. Medical disciplines are so varied that saying, I'm an eye doctor, so I understand what we should do about COVID, is like me saying, I once beat a man to death with a pipe, so I can install that new bathroom sink. Let me say this clearly to everyone who has an opinion on the best way to handle mitigating the spread of this disease. From mayors who think we should open casinos because, well, we don't know if we've ever had a secret Ebola on the gaming floor, or to governors who believe you can socially distance yourself from your hairdresser, to protesters calling for a return to work, even though Darwin would say that's a problem taken care of itself, to powerful demagogic Dunning-Kruger overachievers and every news pundit and so-called expert that is not a virologist or epidemiologist. Let me say this succinctly and clearly. Shut the fuck up and listen to the scientific experts. That is all.